Welcome to eSeniors. As we are taking a little break in the busy Olympic schedule, I think that's a lot of what people are looking at right now. But we are looking at the standings here for this GT3 race at ZOLDER, that's located in Belgium. If you look at the bronze here, we have Brian Banks and Eric Langlaw and Kevin Torrance 1, 2, 3. The spread here is about 20 points there to up to between Eric Langlaw and Brian Banks. So we're coming to this end of the season. We have 8 races in this season, and so we have Laguna Seca next. Looking at the silver. McClellan is sitting in first. Lee Ellis and Bruce Hopkins. The winner was Solkis in ahead of Terry Trowbridge and then Daniel Britos. Daniel Britos have been really strong, and he's the defending championship of the silver, but he sits in fourth place right now. So there's a little delta there of 20 points again here between Lee Ellis and Mike McClellan. Looking at platinum, Brad Maris have really dominated that. John Saunders, P2, and Steve Young, third place there. So third place, Paulo Noah is in fifth place, but he was P3 last race. That was Hungaroring. John Saunders was first, and Brad Maris won. John Saunders is really strong on this track. We're going to see that as we are going into the actual look at a little bit on the track here. So that's, this is where I'm talking about our sponsors. We really appreciate the sponsors. We have Castle and Cauldron. That's a home-based crafting business specializing in handmade Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts collectibles. So you can find them on Facebook, and they do different fairs around their area. Syndeo is a technology broker specialized in voice contact center and cyber security solution, and they will provide a advisor that will find the best technology solution for your business. And then Sim 3D, they do everything we need for our sim racing rigs. We have dashboard, fan shrouds, elastomer kits, etc., etc. So if you're in the, actually I didn't transition to that. Yeah, so there our sponsor graphics there. So if you're in the business for anything that they provide, look them up because they make this happen. Okay, let's go over to the racing. Right now we have Ponoff here. Saunders, like I said, super strong. He did a 1:28.2 on his qualifying at the sprint, but I see that he's doing better than that here in this opening here of and also in the practice session that we had before. So I think he's gonna be hard to beat, and this is a hard track to pass. We have that tricky chicane in the beginning. I think I'm afraid we're gonna see some contacts there. Terry, hi, see you on the chat there. So 1:27.7, we see that now from Saunders, which is half a second better than the qualifying at ZOLDER for the sprint. And at the sprint, Brian Murray was the one, he won. I don't know what happened, but there was some problems with John Saunders. He dropped back to P12. And Brian Murray won, followed by Laurent and Steve Young, and then Mish Pornoff P4. So certainly this is a track where Brian Murray have proved himself at as well. Forward Derek Bird in the Porsche here. He was out of fuel, Steve Howells mentioned. That's unfortunate when you do a sprint race where there are no pit stops. So, Stefan Buckley, welcome. For some reason, I thought ZOLDER was was a Dutch track, so I had to adjust here just before the broadcast. Get my national anthem in order and the flag in order, so I managed to do that. So here in the first session, we're seeing the sprint the platinum drivers. I'm going to put up our little graphic that we have for showing the little where is that now? Yeah, I'm trying to find my little graphic where I see the different classes. Where is that? Okay, there it is. All right, here we go. All right, Stuart Packman, welcome to the stream, new to eSeniors. That's awesome. I'm also going to put up, for those interested, you can look at the results and a little bit more details on timing and stuff on our eSeniors pit wall. And you also see a broadcast there. It's our Twitch stream that shows up there, which is kind of cool. And for anyone new to eSeniors, I'm also posting the link to our website. Right now, Jan Zorder sits in P1 here in the Platinum Group. We have only 8 drivers from the Platinum Group driving today. In total, I see 32 drivers on track, which is a good number anyway. And each group is driving for 10 minutes. So about 2.5 minutes left here for the Platinum guys. And Saunders sits 1/10 ahead of Brad Maris. And I'm looking up the standings here so I can have that in front of me. Yeah, Brad Maris in the lead. So John Saunders was P2 last race. And then P3 was Paolo. So Paolo have really stepped up here. He was P3 last race, Paolo Nova. And that's his best result in this series. He has been racing all the races, all the 5 races. This is race number 6 out of 8. So currently P4 here, provisional. Nikos, welcome to the stream. John Saunders still faster now, 1:27.757. Couple of guys in the pits. Brad Maris is still out driving. And so is Mr. Holmes. This is a difficult track if you haven't practiced this, so there's quite a spread here. There's 2-second spread between Chris and John Saunders here in the Platinum Group, so I think we're going to see a little overlap here between the Platinum and Silver at least. As we see Holmes going into the pits. We should see some Silver drivers out here, which we do. Here's okay, so mic is loud. Maybe I'm too loud. Let's fix that then. All right, so I'm taking down my volume a little bit, and we put up the game a little bit more, game sound. All right, let me know how this is. A little bit more game, a little bit more, a little bit less mic. Let me know if this works. Test, test, test. I haven't actually changed anything, I think, from last time. There is Trowbridge coming through. Had the title of, I think, the oldest racer here in eSeniors. And Terry sits P5 in the championship. He has missed 2 races and still sitting P5. He placed P2 last race, and the race before that he was P1 in the silver group. All right, thanks for the feedback there, Nikos. Appreciate it. And we have Mr. Driscoll. Guys haven't really put any times on the board yet. I set so it rotates between the manufacturer and then the Delta to their best, and then showing the best lap as well. There's that chicane. It's pretty easy to get track infractions as you go through that chicane, as well as when you come out of it. In the sprint race, we saw a couple of, I believe there was some track cuts there. Hugo Caballero out driving. He's in P11. He had 2 races. He didn't finish. He actually ran the races, but he didn't finish them. And leader, Trowbridge. I'm just looking here. So Driscoll sits with the fastest time right now. Yeah, Driscoll is the fastest in the silver right now. See if that will hold up. I'm just browsing down here. Yeah, Driscoll did a P10 in the silver last race. He has missed 2 races, and the other 2 he has been racing was P9. So this is a good showing for him. Back to Hugo Caballero here. In the McLaren, there's a lot of McLarens in the silver group, I see. I think the Mustang have been very effective. A lot of people drive the McLaren or the Mustang. Really good when you know, on the really fast tracks. Yeah, Driscoll stays up there. After have about 5 minutes left before we get the bronze drivers out. Driscoll in the lead. Britos now P2 and Howard P3 there in the silver group. Britos is P4. He had his best result last race in P3. Lee Ellis, P2 in the championship for the silver. Not doing really any big inroads here at ZOLDER. But chicane, it really depends on what kind of car you have there, because you can go over those bumps a bit. And Howard had the new livery, I think. That looks good. Where is Howard in the standings? Looking that up here. Terry Howard, this is his first race actually, Terry Howard, in this season, interestingly enough. Left of this 10-minute session for the silver group. Oh, he's going wide there, Howard. Not that much overlap between silver and platinum. It's you know, it's just Mr. Holmes. Yeah, Greg, that's a learning. Someone is yielding there, which is nicely done. I think it's kind of a short track, this, so it's easy to. I guess it's could be hard to find room here, but it looks like people are able to negotiate any traffic they have in front of them. Daniel Britos, P3 professional, and Driscoll is sitting still in P1. Good time there. He's very close to Derek Bird's time. Driscoll won 28.9, and 3/10 behind him is Bruce Hopkins, and just 0.02 of a second Daniel Britos behind. 2 minutes here, we're gonna see the bronze guys coming out. Britos is still doing really good. Leader is kind of in the back there. I think we normally see him a little bit more. He was P5 in the last race, sitting P8 in the championship right now. Just trying to change, so I have Delta, there we go. I like the Delta because then I can see who is on a run, so I thought Howard was, but he's not. How's Jolt doing? It's a little bit further back, P6. Jolt was the one that won last race. His best result this season. He has missed 2 races in the season. And guys, don't forget to like the video so we get some traffic. And also, if you want to look at the data a little bit more yourself, you can look at the pit wall, that's the link that I shared. Strobridge goes off track. Yeah, Jolt is up a little bit. That could push him up if he can complete this. That could put him up now. He's 0.2, 0.3. He's doing progress here. Could put him up 1 position ahead of. Yeah, maybe a few. Let's see where he ends up. Oh, he's up 0.4. This should put him up maybe P3. Maybe he can beat Britos here. Yeah. P2 there for Jolt from Hungary. So great round for him in the last minutes. Oh. Ollie is already out in the sand. Okay, so now we have the bronze groups driving. And to remind ourselves, Brian Banks, Eric Langlois, and Kevin Torrance are 1, 2, 3. Torrance have really have improved there. He was P4 last race, and the race before that he won. Daniel Vella, and look up where he's at. He's P6. He placed P10 last race. His best position, or his best result, P4 in this series. So not much overlap, if any. There was just one person that overlapped into the platinum. Or actually, Mr. Holmes was the one that kind of overlapped with the silver group. See what times they can do here in the bronze. Here's Kevin Torrance, P3 in the championship, 142 points. 11 points behind Eric Langlois, that sits in P2. Langlois is on track, that's good. Unfortunately, he received a red flag after 3 contacts. And that's going to affect him in the sprint, where he's going to be suspended for 2 races, which is the remainder of the season actually. So next race is Laguna Seca, and then it's going to be the Bathurst finish. Brian Banks, the winner from last race. It's also a good looking livery there, and this, I think that's new. We see Banks there, he's up 0.3, looking to improve his time. Banks has a 1:30.4. It's Mike Mileski driving his BMW. And Mike Mileski sits in P13 in the bronze. I can't wait to start racing again. That's probably going to be January. Need to settle in Sweden. And we're getting the house end of November, so then I use December to need to get the new rig. So just the actual cockpit is what I need to get. Well, that's going to be fun to start. I haven't been racing since March. It could be good. I could come in and maybe start fresh and get rid of some of my kind of bad habits when I'm driving. Thinking to get the coach too. Get one of those coaching sessions you can hire someone to do for you. Eric Langlois, P2 in championship, P9 last race. He had a great start of the season. He placed a P3, P2, P1, but then in the last 2 races he was P7 and P9. See what he can do here at ZOLDER. We're going to have the Belgian national anthem in a little bit. As we're riding with Eric Langlois. So Rodriguez now sits as P1 for the bronze. Rodriguez was P2 last race, actually, which was his best result in this series. He has one race that he didn't. He had a DNF, but that's being scratched. So now we can just try to put up results. Went a little bit harder, it looked like. Yeah, he's down on his lap time right now. I don't see Tennant. Oh, he sits in the pits. Okay, he's doing one of his no qualifying sessions. Kind of a medical card for that, so he can actually have the stamina to drive the race. Langlois up 0.2, Banks up 0.3. It's pretty close up there in the top. Richard Colomb now sits in P1 provisional pole. Richard Colomb, what have we talked about him? P8. He didn't finish last race. His best result is P2 in the series. A little bit nervous about the first chicane. It might be a little congested there. Yeah, Column holds the lead there, but we see there are other drivers that seem to really improve here, like Benchaya. Also, Rodriguez is up half a second. And Rodriguez P3, that gave him P3. Benchaya P1 in the... Yeah, Benchaya is now P1, provisional pole, as we are about to finish off here. Brian Banks up half a second. Paul Ganham, we haven't really looked at him at all. Here he comes, but he is on an invalid lap. He's new to the series and had done really great job. I think he had 2 P3 positions. Yeah, Paul Garnham, his first race with eSeniors, placed P7, and then he was P3 and P3 the last 2 races, so great job by him. All right, I think that's everyone. Anyone out driving? Yeah, Paul, is he able to do another lap? No, he is not. All right, so let's see if we can listen to the national anthem of Belgium. How about that? So gonna start that music now. So enjoy the national anthem of Belgium, the Brabant John. There we go, national anthem of Belgium. How's that? So let's look at the track of ZOLDER. And here's the start, coming into fast left-hander and a couple of fast right-handers. Wachtbocht. I won't even try that one. And then coming into the chicane. And then the braking point for this next chicane is tricky for me, and you can cut a little bit on this, but you still have to be very careful. The straight come into like a hairpin, boulder bocht. And then just another chicane. I mean, these are really classic chicanes, I think. The Jackie X Bocht. There it is. That's the track. All right, race will be starting soon. We will have a full formation lap as usual. Cars are rolling. It's a 50-minute race. John Saunders is the top dog right now in the race. Gonna set up the pit stops, one pit stop, one mandatory pit stop. And it's this tricky chicane. And as you get out of it, there's these two big bumps to the right there in that corner. If you get on those, it's really tricky. And then here, as you come out full speed, it's easy to go very wide on the left. Or at least for me. Saunders wide a little bit out there. It's never good. I don't know if you get a little track cut warning or something like that, or track cut. What I mean is getting a little puncture, pressure loss. Here we go. Cars start to form up. First row, John Saunders, Brad Maris. Then we have Steve Young and Paulo Novan, Mish Ponov and Laurent are the first cars here. And here we're getting ready to race eSeniors, race number 6 at ZOLDER. There's the green light. Saunders, Brad Maris, Steve Young. They all raced here yesterday, or I'm sorry, Monday. Little accident there, notation. It's probably a short little, kind of little side by side. Trowbridge marked contact. Can pan down the field. Actually, I want to go up and look at how things look here as we go through. Oh, here we go. Coming through I'm gonna just look down here as we're coming. People are coming through the chicane. Some contacts noted. Something happened here with Paul. Yeah, and something happened with Mr. 44. Let's look at that. Oops. We weren't able to catch that one, but there's been a couple of contacts. So we're coming through, second lap. Saunders still in the lead, Maris P2, Steve Young. And Laurent, oops, it was resetting to actual time there. Yeah, couple of accidents noted here. I'm gonna let things settle down a little bit before I start to chase the accidents. Because Terry Howard, Hugo Caballero in front of him. Brian Banks trying to get by Holmes, not for position, but Banks actually sits now in the lead of the bronze. Laurent is getting up a Paulo Novan. Laurent was really good at the race yesterday. He was really catching Saunders, which I think was... No, I'm sorry, he was catching Sky in the Monday sprint race. Sky had some issue. I looked at his stream afterwards and I didn't really catch. I was kind of skimming it, so I didn't really catch, but Steve had some sort of issue. So we have a good cluster of people here in the front. So we see someone is yielding there. Let's go down the track here and look at Salt is in there. So is Andy Skelton. A couple of cars have dropped out. Tennant sits there in the pits as well. Oh, Craig Holmes passed me leader. Not for position. Lynn Ortner sits there. And in between. Not for position. Lynn Ortner is in the silver. Holmes in the platinum. And that's Terry Howard in front of them. Doesn't really seem to have the tempo going. Hey Nick, nu kom. Yeah, if you can watch Twitch on your big screen, it's actually their compression is much better. So the picture is actually much better on Twitch. Oh, it looks like Jolt is out of the game. Frank is rolling out again. Good to see. Oh, here's Banks and Neil Leader having a little battle. Not for position, but Banks just tries to get away, and there's Lee Ellis passes, not for position. Langlois takes the opportunity then. Very cheeky move there. Wasn't any blue flag situation or anything. I think just Banks did a strategic decision of yielding, and that kind of hurt him. Let's see if he can get back here in front of Langlois. Get in the cockpit and Banks. So Garnham and Tennant, they have cleared their pit stop early on. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Torrance and Schmidt are in the pits. And it's Garnham. Racing a little bit on his own there. John Saunders continues to pump out laps. It's 3 seconds ahead of Brad Maris. Sky is now still this little group of drivers here in the top of the silver, kind of keeping themselves together. Driscoll in the lead of silver. Hopkins sits about 3 seconds behind him. So Driscoll's first race with us in this season, as I mentioned earlier. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I was thinking about another driver. Now, Driscoll was P10 last race. Best result for him in silver has been P9. And 2 races he didn't participate in, but he surely comes out as a really confident driver here at Zolder. Sits 4.4 seconds ahead of Trowbridge. Now he has to execute here and keep this. So Craig Holmes and Howard Caballero. Oh, you came. You left the race. Looks like. Unfortunately, don't know exactly what happened. But we had a few incidents in the first lap. I'm gonna look that up. Oh. For some reason I'm not capturing those. For some reason my spreadsheet was not capturing their incidents, which makes it much harder for the stewards. Penalty, stop and go cleared for car 744. Who is that? Okay, Daniel Vela got a penalty, or probably for track infractions. Unfortunately, ACC is not sending that information out, so I can't see that. Can only see it afterwards. Mirshponov on Laurent here, fight for P5 in the Platinum. Yeah, Nick, yeah, the stream quality on Twitch is unbelievable. For just a regular HD. Oh, here comes the Audi. Not for position, but he really wants to pass. See if he has the pace to keep up with these guys. Oh, Colin passed Mileski just a moment ago. Jolt is actually out driving. That's good. I mean, any track time is good time, you know, in practice. Tennant also out driving. So he is getting lapped here by the cars around him. There's Banks and Langlois try to get back P1 in the bronze. Good battle here. I like these turns here. It's super difficult. You have to be very patient, and then in this corner here, make sure you hit the apex. Easy to go wide coming in towards the chicane. It's always hard with these chicanes because you don't know exactly when the guy in front of you is going to brake, so sometimes you have to be a little bit overcautious. He went through there nicely, didn't really have to go up on the curbs. Keeping up with Langlois. I have a feeling that we're going to see more cars with Tennant pulls aside. Brad Mary's now fastest lap. .128.1 for Brad Mary's fastest laps. Mary still sits 4.4 behind. Let's look at Lee Ellis' action on him. Is he chasing the leader? Oh, Caballero. Something happened. I'm still on track, must be a little touch here in the battle. Quite a battle coming, ensuing here as we're coming to look at the Audi coming on the inside. It's not really a good place to pass. Caballero goes wide, cost him his momentum. Here comes the Audi. If I was Caballero, I wouldn't fight the Audi here because he's not full position. Nice late break there by the Audi. Behind there we see Lynn Nortner in the black and green. All right, so Holmes cleared one car as we go up to Pornoff, still chasing Laurent. Okay, how about we put up the position delta for a minute. Oh, Daniel Britos, what happened there? Oh, looks like that was a self-inflicted oversteer. Went off track. Holmes can clear yet another car. Good for him. Mishponov, back to him. Lost one position, so pretty static there up in the top. So let me know if you want to see someone specific. Lee Ellis. Oh, here's a battle in this chicane. There's a contact. Actually, I didn't see that. I thought that was Hugo that went off. Brad Maris, fastest lap again. He's lapping faster than John Saunders, but he's still, John Saunders, it's 5 seconds. P3 to 0.8 there, Steve Young. Not getting very much closer to Steve Young. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve Young doesn't get very much closer to Brad Maris. Okay, what else do we have to look at? Garnham, I think he was in and did repairs. I'm seeing his pit time kind of long. So I don't think he's not very used to this track. Here we come into the chicane. Nice and neat. Langlois still in the lead of the bronze. Yeah, a little on board with Lamborghini. There's the Lambo knee leader. That's Lee Ellis behind him. And then sitting in the... Oh, what happened here? I thought he was missing something here, but he went into the pits. So 33 minutes remaining. So we're starting to see some pit stops, I guess. I thought it would take a little bit longer. I guess it's preference when you want to go in. Ollie Linnart now really have a bead here on Caballero. John Saunders very consistent. His best lap is 1:28.1 and exactly the same as his last lap. So let's see what he's doing on this. So 1:28.1 is his best, so he has a good rhythm here. Although Maris have the fastest lap. So yeah, 3/10 slower on this lap. See how Maris compares. Yeah, they sit very gonna have the same lap times, these two guys. Steve Young is slower than these two guys if we compare to Brad Maris. Almost like a second. And behind there we have Paolo. Paolo is now actually lapping faster, so he's seems to be gaining. Flipping over to Terry. Let's do a little cockpit action here with the Lamborghini. Nice sound on this. Oh, commentator's curse. Getting over to Torrance. He's up 6 positions. He drives the Mercedes. Not really common to see that. As Linnart now goes into the pits. It's also have a very cool sound, very grunty, and what is unusual to me is if you notice when he shifts, you don't rev out this car at all. Looking forward to race the Mercedes when I start up in January again. I got an excellent livery from Nikos, which is a copy of a friend of mine who races GT3. So it's a real life livery. Nikos did an excellent job of replicating that, and the original owner was really excited to see it too. Hugo Caballero just lost the position to Ellis. So Banks is now ahead of Langlois. I missed that. The Banks being the leader. Oh, he really wants to pass Caballero. Be careful here now. As it's okay. He got some clear air now. That was nice for Banks when Caballero went into the pits. Banks has not been into the pits yet. This is a battle between these two guys. I think it's one of the closest battles at the moment. So 27 minutes left. Oh, I see Langlois getting close. A lot of pressure there from Langlois. Let's get into his cockpit. Oh, that looks like it was really wide there, Langlois. We might see some more people going in for... Oh, he went really wide there too. The drawback of going wide like that is that you will always see someone went really wide behind there. No Lambos allowed. Hey, I mean, the Lambo is not really anything that's overpowered, I would think. Couple of guys into the pits. Top guys in the Platinum have not pitted yet. Langlois have now pitted. No, I'm sorry. No, it's not Langlois. It was Caballero that went in. Trowbridge in, Ellis, Arobas. Interesting to go keep an eye on Garnham because he was really pitting early, I think, because of an incident. So let's see how his tires fares in the end of this race. As we are now in the pit changed season. I'm not really seeing any battles. All right, Paolo goes into into the pits. Laurent is going in as well. Saunders comfortable there. Try to see what a good pit stop looks like. That would be a 34.5. Looks to be the fastest pit stop. And there's Saunders. Let's see if Brad Maris goes in. No, Brad is not going in. Steve Young is going in. Let's see how that's going to work out for them. Brad Maris stays out. See if Young can do an undercut. Yeah, Stefan, you're right. We're gonna probably see drive-throughs here. Saunders still in the pits. This guy is still in the pits. Saunders still in the pits. Let's see if Maris is going to come in on this lap, perhaps. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. He clocked, is slow this lap, is very slow this lap. And there he is. Saunders is now out. He did a 35.1. Steve Young did a 34.5. He had a quick pit stop. But let's see if Steve Young maybe gets a little bit closer to Brad Maris now. If he can get a good lap here, has traffic in front of him. Steve really need to push it here to get ahead of Brad Maris. We keep an eye on these two guys right now, just for the fun of it. See if he can get past. It's Richard Colon. So Colon doesn't have to yield because this is not the blue flag situation. This is technically for position because Colon hasn't. Oh, it was blue flag. I'm sorry. I guess he had blue flag. A little bit confused of that, or maybe it was the blue flags for cars behind. Okay, so here's Sky and Brad Maris on the way out. Interesting here. Sky gonna be just behind Maris as he comes out. Brad has about the same time. Okay, Maris is out. Maris gets out just behind Tennant, and there is Steve Young. So, yeah, he didn't gain anything there. They had about the same pit stop time. Mirspornov still sits behind Laurent. Yeah, let's see. Mike, you said Mike Maleski. See if we can see anything in the log. I'm scrolling on the log here to see if I see any stop and goes. No. I didn't see a stop and go on Mike Maleski. All right, where is the action? Derek Mishponov is lost a little tempo there. Here comes Derek on the inside. That's gonna stick. Oh, they go very close. I don't think there was contacts. Driscoll still in the lead for platinum. Banks still in the lead for bronze, so that hasn't changed. Langlois a little bit further back there than he was before, as leader in front of him. Yeah, there's some, I noticed when I was racing, there's always the same guys behind, around me. We have the same tempo, like Jeremy and Thomas Reiner. Always had the same guys around me. Oh, Craig Holmes, speaking of oh, that got very close there. So that's Terry Howard behind. Let's see back here. Lynn Ortner and Britos. This is for position. Lower half of the silver group. It's a lapped car. If I was Jeremy and I could safely do it without losing too much time, I would let Holmes go here. Back to Ollie. Chasing Ellis here for position. Looked like a few cars have dropped off. I see probably no, Tennant is still running. Tennant is still running. Garnham goes into the pits. I wonder why. Maybe he got the. We're gonna see that when he has cleared, if he got the penalty. When he clears the penalty, gonna come up a little streamer text. Looks like this is the closest battle right now, although it's not really for position. Jeremy and Howard, though, is for position. Howard sits there in the slipstream. Good line by Howard. All right, here's Holmes actually yielding the position. He felt he couldn't keep up, or he wasn't fast enough. John Saunders now fastest lap again. Sits 7 seconds ahead of Brad Maris. Solid. Derek Bird gonna be able to pass Pornoff? Who knows? Passing a lapped car there, nicely done. And the Britos need to keep the tempo up. I need to recognize Driscoll here. He sits 3.4 ahead of, 21 seconds ahead of Hopkins. So Driscoll's first race back here with eSeniors. Alright, Bella got to stop and go. Yeah, has Frank pitted? Was a question. Yeah, he goes into pit. I think this is the closest action right now. We had Derek also fighting with Pornoff. All right, drive-through cleared, car 146. (146) and 744. 146 for Kenny Smith and Daniel Vela. Still misclassed, yeah, who knows. Good battle here. All for position. All McLarens. Sorry, I got quiet there for a minute. I was working on some graphic for the podium, which I think is pretty established at this point. So we're just enjoying the battles here Lee Ellis is really pushing here to get past Ollie. There are a couple of good places to pass, certainly here in the first half. Like in this corner, for example, if you get a good run out, you can do something with it in the next two corners. Or you can brake late for the chicane, which is kind of scary. Like I mentioned before, you don't really know how the other guy is going to brake. See if Ellis is going to be able to do something here. Coming through the chicane, all right. Second chicane. Ellis got a little wide there. Give Ollie a little bit of breathing room. Probably not for long. Saunders 5.7. And Maris has Young behind there, like almost 9 seconds. I think someone went into the pits further down. So we're looking at Derek. I think we're going to see that someone else is serving them a penalty, perhaps. Driscoll, 22 seconds. Yeah, I think he's more platinum material. Although he didn't qualify first, I think. All right, 7 laps to go. I get from the chat 8 minutes. Elliot's still working there on Linnartner. Getting very close. It goes on the inside now. It's a good stick, because this is a good place to, if you can get tight on the corner here, which is exactly what he's doing, getting a good run, but then Ollie has the inside. And here they go. Ollie has the inside. Oh, that's nicely. That's such a nice corners. Looks like Ollie is glitching a little bit. He kind of stutters his car. Hopefully that's not anything that makes it harder for Ellis. Here comes Ellis. Goes. Oh, there's contact. There is contact. Ellis goes into the wall. Let's look at that. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I got mixed up here with my setup. Yeah, contact there, unfortunately. Let's get back and see what happens. Yeah, Lee is still ahead of Ollie, so I think there was some, they figured that out between them. So Langlois wing, not for position. This is for position though. Derek Bird. Oh, yellow flag on Trowbridge. What happened there? Oh. Yeah, looks like that was self-induced. Almost 5 minutes left. Don't forget that we have a interview after with the winners. Right now we have Saunders, Driscoll and Banks on the podium positions. See if that will stand. Great action here between, oh, it was sliding out there a little bit, Derek Bird. I think this is the closest right now. Tennant had a little issue. Looked like it was flagged. Oh, Derek is pushing. Not really getting a hold of Mears yet. Don't forget to like the stream if you wouldn't mind. As we see some cars ahead there. Some traffic. So Laurent was passing Jolt. Yeah, there's a traffic there in front of Jolt. He's going to be able to negotiate that. Yes, he did. It's another blue flag. Comes Paolo. I think that's also blue flag. Yeah. Negotiates that successfully. Paolo Noval sitting in P4 right now. Paolo Noval sits just behind, in the championship, he sits just behind accident 972. We look at that. Is the replay. I think that was a slight little touch there. Oh, there it is. That was unnecessary. Oh, there it goes wide. Oh, that wouldn't help. And behind Bird we have Joel, I think it is, which is trying to unlap himself, I guess. Jeremy Robas have Howard behind him. I haven't seen much of Jeremy. Sits there in the P12 in the totals. P4 in the silver, but Howard is about to challenge him for that position. And we're counting down almost to 0. And let's look at Saunders then. So he has 1 lap. I think there's going to be 1 more lap, unless it takes 22 seconds to go over the line from here, which I doubt. Unless he slows down and just want to quit. Want this race to end. Yeah, so now we have 1 more lap. Saunders, very solid lap or race from him. And here's Terry making a move maybe. Coming in towards the chicane. Good looking liver there. Closest battle right now. It's very close. A lot of pressure from Howard on Jeremy. Quickly gonna see where Saunders is. He's about to end his lap, or his this last lap rather. And there's Saunders, winner. Nicely done. And the Driscoll, P1 in the silver. Good race by him. Coming back to eSeniors with a win. And that's him over the line. And let's look where Banks is. Let him finish off here. Then I'm gonna drag these guys into my interview room. It's a very solid lap, or I keep saying lap, solid race by Banks. Langlois was in the lead for quite a while. And there is Brian. Great race by Brian. And let's get over into the interview. If we can get someone in there. See, John Saunders is here. And I'm gonna pull Driscoll in, and the Driscoll in there. See if Mr. Banks can come in. Let's start with. I see Banks here. Hey, Andy, can you hear me? Andy. Can you hear me? Anyone? John Saunders, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So, Andy, can you hear me? No? We don't hear from Andy. Let's talk with you then, John. You had a solid race. Just did your thing. I mean, you did great. You had some problems at the sprint with fuel thing, I think, and then but you did good times there in the qualifying, and now you had your redemption. So, how was it?
Yeah, I put plenty of fuel in this time. I think I had about 3-4 extra laps. Yeah, I think I was a bit lucky. I got off to a really good start, and I got about a 3-second lead more or less straight away, and then that took the pressure off, especially going through the first chicane. And then I could just keep it consistent, really.
Yeah, I think this track is a lot about just keeping your focus, because there's a lot of, I mean, these chicanes can just kill you if you don't do it right.
Yeah, that's what you got to be careful of, and the cuts as well. But the first chicane, I mean, you've only just got to hit the second curb wrong, and you're in the wall. So
yeah,
game over.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then also you did a better time actually than you did in the qualifying for sprint. I know that. So,
hello.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, Mr. Banks is there. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk to you. You were fighting with Langlois there for a while.
Yeah.
And actually missed when you passed him, but you had good battles there. So how was your race? I mean, this was a good position for you again.
Yeah, I was following Lee Ellis around, and that helped quite a bit. Yeah.
Yes,
and,
fourth win.
Yeah, Eric just had a little wiggle, and I got by him, and it's so hard to pass. If you don't make a big mistake, you usually can stay ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of, like I mentioned, this is one of those you just have to really focus. And there's a lot of, tricky bits where you can really mess things up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But this is your fourth win, so you kind of solidifying the championship here quite a bit.
I hope so, because I'm going to be away on holidays.
How many races?
A couple, I think.
Oh yeah, we have two more races beyond this one.
Oh, well, maybe I'll be okay. I leave at the end of August. So.
Oh, then you will be okay.
Yeah,
so two more races left. So next Saturday and the following.
Oh.
Yeah, last race is the 18th.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll still be here for that.
Be okay then.
Great.
Yeah, great. Hey, Andy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, mate. Sorry,
okay,
I had to go to the toilet. I was absolutely breaking my neck at the end.
Yellow eyes.
Yeah, so welcome back to eSeniors Racing then, because you haven't, this is your first race, I think, here in, am I wrong?
Nope. Yeah, you are.
So who am I thinking about then? Let's see, I'm looking here. Where are you here now? Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. Yes. So I mean, this is great result, because you had the 9 and a 9 and a 10, and you had 3 races you didn't race. So this is great.
Yeah. It's summer in the UK, so we've had some weddings and things like that. So it's been a bit hard to practice, which is one of the reasons why I dropped from the platinum class back into silver.
Yeah.
I just can't put the time in.
Yeah.
The first few races, just got mobbed. But it's nice to finally be back on the podium.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know why I was so confused that there was someone that came in. So I apologize. On the stream, I said a couple of times that this was your first race with eSeniors back, but that's not correct. I don't know why I got so turned around, but anyway, yeah, great results. It was good. It was a couple of incidents in the first lap. I don't know if that was any big ones or if it's more contacts. We're going to look at that. But
I think that's what helped me. I think it was behind me.
Yeah.
And that's what gave me the ability to pull a gap. And it was just literally, I followed Derek for a while, and I was struggling to keep up with him. So I just sort of dropped back and just consolidated where I was.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, I think the quality of racing when it comes to avoiding contacts and clean racing, that seems to have improved for some reason. But
massively.
So that's great to see.
The blue flag drivers today were excellent. I have to say.
Yeah.
I agree.
Really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, thank you very much. Next race going to be, we're going to start with Laguna Seca on the sprint on Monday, and that's going to be a fun race. I'm not sure if it's going to be wet yet, if that has been settled. I don't know. I haven't followed, but that's going to be fun. So we'll see you in the week.
Take care.
Okay. Well done, Andy. Well done, Brian.
Yeah.
You guys. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Great racing. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm puzzled why I got so turned around and said that Driscoll hasn't been racing before, but apologize for that. But anyway, good racing, a lot of fun, and we'll see you next week when we're going to start to race at Laguna Seca. Bye-bye.